Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Drip, and welcome back to another episode of That's a Shoot. This is where I talk about the week in wrestling, mainly WWE. I'll talk about Raw, talk about SmackDown, any big independent news we'll talk about, um, and I also at the end put over something in the world of wrestling, and I'll bury something in the world of wrestling with a segment aptly named "Put Over and Buried." So, with that being said, let's just get right into the action. So with Raw, I think some of the big things coming out of this Raw is that after last week's just epic ending with the Shield reuniting and everything like that, we realized that there is no heel, there is no Shield. Actually, there is no heel. There's no heel to turn. There's no Shield heel turn. All three are still faces, um, at least segment wise, and we also found out that Braun Strowman is going to cash in his Money in the Bank. He's going to do it. The only other people to do this were Rob Van Dam and John Cena, in which they had a specific date. Rob Van Dam took his Money in the Bank, and he wanted to go to the ECW pay per view. Um, and then John Cena wanted it at the was it Raw 1000? I think it was. Whatever it was. It was a special Raw with him and John Cena. So John Cena wanted with CM Punk. So Brian comes out and he says that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna not only cash in at Hell in a Cell, it's gonna be inside Hell in a Cell. So I think that's interesting. I like where they're gonna go with this. I think this, they've done these guys last year. They did every match that you can think of. Strap matches, cage matches, and they knew a strap match, ambulance match. They did everything, and so Hell in a Cell is probably the way to go. So I like that. Dolph and Drew comes out, and then they talk about taking out the two top guys at the business, and then do that in a tag match. And the tag match happens in the main event, of course. And Roman gets all the heat when he tags in Braun. Braun decides not to do anything about it, and then all three of them jump on Roman. Dean comes down, and Seth comes down. They all take him out, and it looks like Braun turned heel. And I know some people are like, well, come on, I mean, we want to cheer Braun, but I was actually kind of surprised myself that and this may be one of these stupid things that they're going to do where they're just turning Braun heel for this next month or so as he fights for the Universal Championship. He may go back to being a baby face directly right after. Do this, so. But it looks like he turned heel because a guy who just was just using Dolph or Drew wouldn't be raising their hands and things like that. And actually, I think it is a heel turn because I think they announced for the Super Showdown show in Australia is going to be the Shield versus Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler. So I think we'll have to wait and see what goes on with that. And I know some people may be disappointed about the Shield not being heel, but again, I think in actuality, I think that's probably the better way to go. To keep all three guys face, because really, I think when in realistically, the only people we really want to see a heel turn with is Dean Ambrose, right? That's the only one we really want to see be an actual true heel turn, especially if he's going to continue with this with this change up in ring style where he's more of a wrestler than just a fighter. So that's gonna be good. So a lot of stuff going on with that situation there. Um, the Revival and the B Team once again fought. Revival wins. I guess next week they have a tag title match on Raw. Let's put the titles on the Revival and let's stop this over with. You know. So I mean, let's go ahead and let's do that. Um, Kevin Owens, after a tremendous match with Seth Rollins, that saw a stunner in the match, and not a super and not a scaled down Rocky Maivia. You know, when the Rock sell the stunner, you know, he would flip backwards and everything, and make sure his feet hit the ropes and everything like that. Uh, so you kind of saw that with Self took the stunner, fell back, and then kind of fell over. But he, you know, flipped over, but he didn't do the Rocky sail all the way. But Seth Rollins and then Kevin Owens quits, and it seems like the rumors are that he's going to take a couple weeks off and then come back with Paul Heyman as being a Paul Heyman guy. So we'll have to see from there. Some other things, I don't know. I think some of the other things were okay. Again, I'm not fans of heel authority figures. So I have no idea why Baron Corbin has to be an authority figure. I really don't. It's just, you know, it's not another baby face. It's just, I'm so fucking tired of it. I really am. So SmackDown Live this week, very interesting. New Day started off celebrating a 5-time championship. They brought out, not Booker T, brought out King Booker. And united them, the very funny assembly. United Kofi, he united Woods, and he kept Big E. And again, there are some rumors out there where Big E might turn on his boys and go heel, break up the 3-person New Day. You know, I don't know about merchandise sales, and I don't know about anything like that, but you know, I think the New Day is really over. So I'm not sure why, but I'm not sure why anything, right? So I'm not sure why they would want to break them up, because especially when they wouldn't be able to do anything, you know, they wouldn't do it. It's just you can see that when if they would break them up, Kofi would get into a rut. Xavier would get into a rut. I know Xavier could probably go over to 205 Live. I think he may be under 205, but I'm not sure. But if he is, he could go over to 205 Live and excel there. And you know, and Big E, but you know, I'm just, you know, I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to do by turning Big E on his board. So hopefully that does not happen. If a heel turns happen, it should happen for all three. But hopefully that does not happen. Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy, they solidified himself inside Hell in a Cell, and you know, Jeff Hardy has always said that he wanted to end his career inside the Hell in a Cell. He usually said the Undertaker, but I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. But he said he wanted to have a Hell in a Cell match where he would go to the top of the cell and swanton off onto the table, and it would miss, and then that's how he would end his career. So, and Jeff Hardy's having some back problems too. Back parties for Jeff Hardy, back problems for Matt Hardy. So if this is gonna be Jeff's swan song, no pun intended, I hope he gets what he wants. I also hope he doesn't kill himself while trying to do it. But yeah, so we got that. They now got that match, Hell in a Cell match. And shout out to Brian Zane of Wrestling with Regret. Watched his segment on his channel the other day. who wore it better. And he brought up a good point. Are they not going to put Joe and AJ inside the cell as well? So it was. Let's be very honest with you. We can get into a whole segment about actually having like the Hell in a Cell pay per view where you have to have a Hell in a Cell match. Hell in a Cell match, it's one thing to have TLC pay per view. I can understand that. I understand that more than I do having a Hell in a Cell pay per view. Yeah, I mean, really, Night of Champions, it should be that should be a better one. Night of Champions, Clash of Champions, whatever you want to call it. Night of Champions. I think where every championship is on the line. That would be a lot. That would make a lot more sense. If I could let them know that, okay, bring back Night of Champions, especially now since it's dual branded. You got 4 titles in every match, right? You got 4 titles. You got the main, the heavyweight. You got the secondary, right? The mid card, whatever you want to call it. You got the tag champions, and then you got the women's title. So you have 8 matches right there. 8 matches on the card, and then on the pre-show you do the Cruiserweight Championship. Just do Night of Champions. Anyway, let's move on. Brie Bella, who by the way is going to be making her in-ring return on Monday Night Raw against the Riot Squad. That is something that is interesting. And she's also working with SmackDown. So let's see how that goes. I would assume that this is maybe Brie's only stop on Raw, because we know that there's a Nikki Bella rumor facing Ronda Rousey at Evolution. So and in the main event. Hopefully that changes, especially with what's going on with Becky and Charlotte. We'll get to that in just a second. But Brie Bella, Daniel Bryan, Miz and Marie stuff got even more interesting. I think we had the Miz hold Bryan in the crossface while not only did Zelina Vega jump on Brie, but Maurice hit her hair flip DDT. So it's going to be interesting. Again, like I said, I hope this is a lot more competitive than the John Cena Nikki Bella match at WrestleMania. I hope this is a lot more competitive. I hope this is also a little bit more better as well. A little bit more better. It is a little bit better. I need to put more. A little bit better than the scene that they had last at SummerSlam between Daniel and Miz. Like I said, that was very disappointing that was not, it wasn't better, but maybe it was intentionally that way so that when they did blow it off, the blow off would be better. And some people would say that that's how it's supposed to be. If you're gonna do a long-term program, then the last match should be the match that is the barn burner, and that's that's the one that should be the barn, the one that tears down the house and gives everybody the standing ovation and everything like that. So maybe that's what the way they're gonna go. So we'll have to wait and see. Once again, I'm liking the way they're going with Miz and Maurice and Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. So like I mentioned earlier, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte had a match with Carmella. Carmella had a rematch. Charlotte won. After the match, Becky jumped her, said the little girls used the word bitch and everything like that. But there are some rumors now that they've kind of stopped this heel turn from Becky, and they're just going to play this as two friends who have problems with each other, and we're just gonna let the crowd do what they want to do, and I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. I was like, I might be the only one that wanted a Becky Lynch heel turn, but stay with it. Stay with it. Sure, the crowd wants to cheer her. Fine. But the crowd wants to boo Roman. You keep Roman face. you know, or at least in that dynamic, of being like he doesn't heal on people, heal on the crowd, and things like that, you know. But you had Becky last week come out and talk about, you guys wasn't cheering for me, you guys weren't wanting me to win the title. So why switch just because the crowd at this point may not be into it? The crowd cheers for a lot of heels. They cheer for a lot of heels. So, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. If that's what they're doing, if they are just making, if they are not making Becky a full heel, and they're just having her just be who she is, then having Kevin become this anti-hero, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm definitely not a fan of doing the thing where it doesn't work. Well, let's go ahead and let's make a double switch, and they're gonna make Charlotte Flair a heel. No, I'm not. I don't want that either. So, I'm really just, I'm not feeling it. I'm hoping that cooler heads prevail. I'm hoping cooler heads will prevail, and then that they will see that Becky Lynch being a heel is going to do good business, great business for them, and they really need to keep her that way. No, don't make her an anti-hero. Don't see that just because the crowd still wants to cheer her, that they say, okay, well we'll switch them around. No, don't. That's not the way to go. Let's keep us down the right path. Not much indie news. News at least I was very much interested in. One of my favorites, Toni Storm, was apparently injured over the week, over this past week. So hope that she's doing very, very well in her recovery. But I think obviously the biggest thing is that everybody has come to my city, Chicago, Illinois, for the All-In event run by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. It is happening tomorrow. I would not be watching it. Tomorrow it's college football. They may just start college football. I will be watching college football all day. I think as most people win. I know some wrestling fans, I know a lot of people will be turning into it, but not just me. But I wish all of those guys, the best. Wish them health. And I hope that it's good, because I think I would say this. I think that if this works well for Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, and everything goes off without a hitch and everything like that, I don't think this could be a start of like an independent promotion. I don't think that could be there, but I think what you could see is that you could see something where and I think Ryan Satin talked about this, where this could be something where at the end of the summer each year, you would have SummerSlam, which would be WWE's summer event, but then you could have like maybe the independent summer event. So that would be maybe very, very interesting to see. So once again, shout out to those guys, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, and everybody wrestling, everybody going to the All-In event. Let's definitely hope for a good time. Now it's time for me to put over and bury something, and I'm going to put over Trish Stratus and Elias. Their segment I thought was funny, it was entertaining, it was exactly what was needed. It was a great surprise for the city of Toronto, for us watching. some good quips back and forth. I think that one, talking about, I know you wanna date me, but I don't date anybody over 60. That was one of the best lines, one of the best burns maybe in history of Monday Night Raw. And so I really thought that was good. So yeah, I want to put over Trish Stratus and the Elias segment. I thought it was really good. I thought really good lead in into the Natalya Alicia Fox match. Barry, I want to make sure that I don't bury this person too bad. Having said that, Jason Sensation threatening to kill himself on live TV in Toronto on Monday Night Raw. I mean, dude, come on, really? I mean, really? I mean, he said that it was, I believe he said that it was just a joke. But you shouldn't be joking like that. You shouldn't be joking like that. A lot of people were really, really scared for him. Because I think they know him and they are friends with him. Now, if you don't know who Jason Sensation is, by the way, Jason Sensation, he was used a few times in the early parts of the Attitude Era, I should say, where he would imitate people. He did a great Owen Hart. He did a few other people. So he was definitely he should imitate people. So that's how some of the people like Vince Russo, who was on Twitter, he was he was worried about him. But and this is just after the weekend of a shooting at a Madden tournament, and I mean, really, that's something to joke about. It just really isn't. It's a joke about. To this day, since that shooting in Aurora, Colorado, at a movie theater, when I go to see a movie, I've always sat in the back, but I sit in now I sit in the back so that I can maybe have a quick exit if someone comes in shooting. I do. I don't like, and when people start, hovering around me, and I'm sitting there, and they start hovering back there, and like some of the workers, they come in, they want to see the movie, and it pisses me off. Don't stand back there behind me. I don't like that. And now here you are, threatening to bring a gun in to Monday Night Raw and kill himself on live TV. It's not cool. I don't know what kind of joke that was. I really don't. To me, that's and believe you me, I'm not very thing when it comes to. I'm not very sensitive, I guess you say, when it comes to jokes. I'll laugh at a crass joke, at a inoffensive joke, at an offensive joke. That's who I am. I will laugh at that. That was not funny. It really wasn't. And I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to go in on him too bad because he may have some issues that he's dealing with, and I'm very sensitive to that. So I don't want to go in too bad, but it was not cool. It was not good, and yeah, it deserves to be buried, very much buried this week. So yeah, that's it for That's the Shoot. Post your comments down below to me what you guys think. Is there anything you thought I missed this week that deserved any coverage? And also give me your thoughts on how you feel about All In and things like that. What do you think, especially if you are in the Chicago area? If you're in the Chicago area, let me know that down in the comment section what you think is going to happen, how you guys enjoy it. Are you going or not? So, yeah, I think this is going to be a fun weekend in Chicago for wrestling fans. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.